anyone here for the very first time? If you could raise your hand. What is your name?
My name is Marina.
Marina, let's welcome Marina to the temple. Anyone else? Yes. Coleman. Let's welcome Coleman to the temple. Yes, young man, what is your name? Ara. Let's welcome Ara to the temple. Yes.
Is this the group I met yesterday?
Yes.
Yes, young man, what is your name? Neil. Let's welcome Neil to the temple. That lady with a beautiful smile? Monica. Let's welcome Monica to the temple. Anyone else for the first time? I would request everyone to please move up front a little bit more. What happens is there are some people who come late and then they don't get a place to sit. So if you could move up a little bit more, move up a little bit more. Krishna Goswami Maharaj is a direct disciple of Srila Prabhupada. He has been traveling around the world extensively, spreading the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, pioneered a lot of the preaching in Russia and Eastern Europe, in the initial stages of Iskcon's presence in those parts of the world. And he personally distributes lots and lots of books, and he encourages people to go out and distribute Srila Prabhupada's books. It's very dear to him. And we're also very happy that in Atlanta he at least comes once a year to spend time with the devotees and encourage the devotees in their spiritual practices here. He is a member of the Iskcon governing body, which is the highest body in Iskcon to make policies and decide the future course of Iskcon. This is directly representing Srila Prabhupada. He is an Iskcon guru, which means he has to take the he takes the responsibility of guiding thousands and thousands of devotees in their spiritual lives. And if you write him an email, you're very sure to get a response really quick, even through his hectic traveling preaching schedules. So I would request all of you to please open your mouth by saying Hari Bol. We're going to do it together. And welcome Maharaj to New Panihati Dham. You have to raise both your hands. Ready? Hari Bol. 3 times. Some of the devotees in that corner wasn't welcoming Maharaj loud enough. I couldn't hear it. Can we try one more time, one last time? Thank you so much.
President of the Atlanta Temple. So very happy that our friends that we met yesterday have showed up today. Actually, I was in my morning walk and they were having a yoga class. Where's the yoga teacher? So the yoga teacher was kind enough to invite me to talk. We give a small talk. Then we invited them to come to our temple today. I'm glad the whole group has come. We'll do a short kirtan and a short lecture. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Maharaj ki, Shri Shri Gauralai ki, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki, Shri Jagannath Subhadra Balaram ki, Iskcon Atlanta Yatra ki, all glory to the Supreme, all glory to the all glory to all glory to Shri Guru Shri Guru. Hare Krishna. Om Jnana-Timirandasya Jnana-Jnana-Shakya Chakshusudavina Shri Chaitanya Manavishka Savitam Yena Mutare Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Radhati Swavadandikam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Once again, we'd like to welcome everyone to our Sunday program. Our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, opened the first Iskcon temple in New York in 1966. And he introduced the Sunday program. Prabhupada knew a day would come that most of our devotees would be living at home with families. To introduce the Sunday program, which gives us all an opportunity to visit the temple, pay obeisances to their lordships, hear the philosophy, take part in the chanting, and in the end have a nice feast. And all over the world, this program is executed. So as we said earlier, yesterday, we met practitioners of a yoga group who are here as of yesterday. So I'd like to discuss a little bit on the issue of yoga. There are many different types of yoga. Yoga actually means a process of connecting to the Lord. And the Lord has many names. You and I may have one or two names. God is unlimited. Are we unlimited? No. We are severely limited. So we can have one or two names. But God is unlimited. And one of God's features is He can do any function with any one part of His body. If you and I have to eat, we have only one channel, the mouth. But the Lord can eat just by glancing at it. So God is unlimited. And one of His many names is Yogeshwara, the master of yoga. So, yoga today is a very popular phenomenon. The Prime Minister of India is a dedicated promoter of yoga. And I believe the United Nations has also adopted a resolution that one day of the year becomes the Yoga Day. And on that day we take part in yoga programs. So yoga means is a process by which we can connect ourselves to the Lord. And what is being practiced in society today on the world is basically Hatha Yoga, right? Yoga, a yogic process It helps to control the mind and the senses. So Krishna had many names. One of them is Yogeshwara, the master of yoga. And Hatha Yoga is a process. We do some different exercises, right? You do different exercises. And what is the bottom line? What is the ultimate goal? To have a healthy body. Even I do yoga every day. And pranayama. But this is executed to have a healthy body. And we want to have a healthy body for what reason? Most of us who are blind to the purpose of human life feel, I need a healthy body so that I can enjoy my senses a lot. A few years ago, I was in China. And in China, yoga is a very big phenomenon. But I was told the ladies take the yoga in China. So they become more beautiful and they can get fine grooms. The men go to the gymnasium to get muscular. So commonly we think that yoga means a process where you can end up with a healthy body. And there's no harm. Then there is mantra yoga. Like you may have observed, we were chanting the Hare Krishna mantra for some period. And this chanting is mantra yoga. Mantra means a chant that can give you peace of mind. And frankly, aren't we all looking for peace of mind?
Yes.
Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes. We're all looking for peace of mind. Doesn't matter which part of the world you reside in. It doesn't matter what your background is. We all want peace of mind. And in reality, are we able to find peace of mind? Yes, no? No. What about our guests? What do you think? Are we able to realize peace of mind? No.
It's a process, no. It's a process, but I think.
It's a goal to shoot for. I want ultimately peace of mind. But currently, in the activities we engage in, we don't really find peace of mind. We are brought up in the understanding that we should try and give our senses as much material pleasure as possible. There are two types of pleasure: spiritual pleasure and material pleasure. Material pleasure means I should have more facilities for sense enjoyment. I should be able to see beautiful things, taste food without discrimination, and exploit all our senses for satisfaction. And by and large, in the absence of spiritual knowledge, we're all engaged in activities for which we can find pleasure for our senses. But what is the end result? The end result is what? Even though we make the effort, there is ultimately no real material happiness. Our senses remain frustrated, like we see today. Depression, stress, tension are common phenomena. Why do people get into tension? Why is stress affecting us? Because we make various plans. We hope that with the realization of these facilities, we'll become happy. But in the end, what do we experience? There was no happiness. I was thinking there will be. Ultimately, it wasn't. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, we read stories of individuals who had the opportunity for 1,000 years fully gratify the senses. They were not able to do so. So we try to find pleasure in material activities. That will be a futile effort. So we have mantra yoga, which is the process of chanting the names of the Lord. People often wonder, how can we chant the names, same names, again and again, and not get tired? We can chant the same names again and again and not get tired, because the names of the Lord are different or non-different from the Lord. We all want money. If we say, dollar, 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 money, 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 the purse is going to get filled up. No. You go to a store, do all the shopping and say, and tell the cashier, dollar, dollar, dollar. The cashier is not letting it walk through. See? No. Because there's a difference between the substance and the name. But we can chant the holy names of the Lord, because there is no difference. When you chant the names of the Lord, which is the process of mantra yoga, you feel the presence of the Lord. And because the holy names are not different from the Lord, we are able to chant again and again. Usually in the material world, my experiences, you can have something once, twice, thrice, and then you get tired. Let's say there's a very popular movie. You can watch it once, twice, thrice. You couldn't watch it every day, could you? The radio stations play the same record again and again. No, they change, because people want variety. But in the case of mantra yoga, you can chant the same names day and night, year after year, and not get tired. Because these are the names of the Supreme Lord. So mantra yoga is the mantra for this age. According to our Vedic knowledge, there are 4 principal ages. One is Satyuga, Treta-yuga, Dwapara-yuga, and
Kali.
in Satyuga, people were very self-realized. They had full control of their mind and senses. And they could meditate up to 70,000 years, you might say. This looks illusory. 70,000 years, has anyone ever lived that long? But we have evidence that in Satyuga the lifespan was 100,000 years. A long lifespan. Then came the next age, Treta-yuga. And then the lifespan gets reduced 10%, 10 times, to a maximum of 10,000 years. And the process was very elaborate offerings of yagyas. And then came Dwapara-yuga, with the lifespan gets reduced further 10%. And in the other processes, expensive offerings, expensive gifts to the Lord. Now we are in an age which is known as the age of quarrel and hypocrisy. Is that true? Yes. Are there quarrels going on in every corner? Doesn't matter which part of the world you decided, an unlimited quarrel. So in this age, the Lord has given us this very simple process of mantra yoga, that is chanting the names of the Lord. What happens when you chant the names of the Lord through the process of mantra yoga? You're able to clean your heart. Our heart has unlimited material desire. And once the heart gets cleansed, you gain higher level of happiness. As we said earlier, we are all looking for happiness. Is that true? Whether you're a spiritualist or a materialist. We don't say looking for happiness is selfishness. No. The Lord wants us to be happy. But He wants us to realize genuine happiness, not something fake. So by chanting, the heart gets cleansed and the yogi is able to control the mind and the senses. The mind is restless. Is that true?
Yes.
Sorry. The mind is restless. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, it's more difficult to control the mind than to control a hurricane. In America, you have good experience of hurricanes. So hard to control a hurricane. It's almost impossible. And the mind is active. Is that true? You could be sitting here in Atlanta, but your mind could be back home or in some other part of the world. So the mind is very fickle and obstinate. But yoga means controlling the mind, controlling the senses. So yoga should culminate in our achieving that goal. Yoga, as we said earlier, one aspect of yoga is when you use yoga for good health. That's good. We don't want the doctors to get rich. We wanted to have a healthy body. Once I asked the doctor, how is business? He said, very bad. I said, why? He said, there's a healthy season. It was what Paul said. So I said, which is a good season? There will be what Paul said. Rainy season in India. So, yoga helps a lot. It's very nice to see that there's so many yoga groups practicing yoga, teaching yoga. But unfortunately, they're not able to identify the real purpose of yoga. Having a healthy body is one aspect. But the ultimate aspect, or the ultimate goal of yoga is to please Yoginath, Yogeshwara. And Yogeshwara means the Supreme Lord. So through mantra yoga, you can cleanse the heart and you can purify your senses. You get a higher taste. There's a lower taste and there is higher taste. Lower taste means you experience with normal activities. You find to please your senses. Higher taste means you have a higher value. Your value system is higher. Just like you may have noticed in society, people have different value systems. Is that right? One person may think, this is my value system. This is what I would go. And someone else may have zero values. Like these days, you see that very few people really believe in solid character, morality, honesty. Is that right? Even if you're holding a very important position, doesn't mean you have these qualities. So, by practicing mantra yoga, in conjunction with hatha yoga, you'll be able to have a healthy body, plus progress on the path of cleansing the heart. controlling the mind, the senses. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Bhagavad Gita, as you know, is a very ancient book of knowledge. And Bhagavad Gita's teachings are universal in nature. They're not sectarian. They're not for people of one country or one community. It's for entire humanity. And it is the oldest book of knowledge. If you want to know how old this Bhagavad Gita is, we just give you a small sampling. The Lord says, I imparted this knowledge to the sun god. What was his name? Iskcon. And he imparted it to Manu, from whom it was imparted to Iskcon. And King Iskcon then gave it to his successors. And this knowledge was on the planet 2 million years ago also. And you may say, that sounds fiction, sounds imagination. But it's not imagination. But the Bhagavad Gita was retold by the Lord to his eternal companion Arjuna 5,000 years ago. The Bhagavad Gita is essentially a book of knowledge. And in the 9th chapter, Krishna says, Raja Vidya Raja Guyam. This knowledge is the king of education. We have so many educational institutions. How many of them teach you what should be the goal of life? Are you aware of any? They don't. Actually, philosophically speaking, Iskcon is also an educational institution because we train people up in the higher values of life. So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, I can only be known through the path of bhakti. So there's another yoga which is not so commonly understood, but what we promote, and that is bhakti yoga. Krishna says, I can only be known through the path of bhakti. Now what does bhakti yoga mean? Bhakti yoga essentially means a process of devotion through which we get purified and we get serve the Lord. And what does it entail? It entails using the mind and senses in service of the Lord. Let's say we have a tongue. So with the tongue, what do we try to do? Eat food without discrimination. Am I right? Eat food without discrimination. Whereas if one is practicing bhakti yoga, we only eat that which is recommended. Like most people practicing yoga also practice vegetarianism. Why do we practice vegetarianism? That is the recommendation of the scriptures. And we recognize that. Animals also have a right to live. If someone pinches you, do you feel the pain? Yes, no?
Yes.
And you mean the animals don't experience the pain? They do. So, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has given us guidance as to what we can eat, what we can't eat. So, in Bhakti Yoga, you eat your satisfaction. In fact, all over the world, we met people who say, the prasada, vegetarian food you get at the Hare Krishna is unbelievable. It's very tasty. I've had occasions where we were in a debate with some well-known journalist. He didn't agree with the philosophy. When we gave him prasad, Hare Krishna cakes, We liked it so much, we stopped criticizing. So we say, one aspect of Bhakti Yoga is, you eat, but you eat that which is permissible and which is healthy for the body. And that is Bhakti Yoga. If we like music, so we hear songs glorifying the Lord. So Bhakti Yoga in summary means use your skills, abilities, knowledge in serving the Lord. We all have certain abilities. Krishna doesn't say in the Gita, become idle. Krishna says, you work, will work for my pleasure. Now, to cultivate Bhakti Yoga, it takes a little bit of time and requires a certain amount of effort. Why? Because it involves discipline. And we don't want discipline in life. That is the tragedy. We may take a spiritual path, but we still want the freedom to do activities which are wrong. Whereas if we want to practice real yoga, or which culminates in Bhakti Yoga, then there must be discipline. You must be able to control your mind and the senses. And by doing that, you can progress on the path of bhakti. It's very good to see that devoted people all over the world are practicing yoga. It's nice to see that in America, in every corner, there's a yoga studio. But what we are proposing, in addition to Hatha Yoga, we also co-opt Bhakti Yoga and Mantra Yoga. And by doing this, we'll get the real effect of yoga. We'll be able to control our mind and senses and engage them positively. So we're very happy that people are taking to the path of yoga. And one of the activities of our center is to preach the real meaning of yoga. And if we track Bhakti Yoga in conjunction with normal yoga, then what do we experience? We also experience a higher taste, a higher form of happiness. Happiness is something we're all entitled to, but we need to know the real path of happiness. And the real path of happiness is Bhakti Yoga. If we have a healthy body, it's good. If we lead a controlled life, that also results in a healthy body. Today you see there's so many diseases that are rife. And if you go to the root cause of these diseases, you'll find that it's mainly due to bad habits. Cancer is so widespread today. And all these other diseases. The root cause is bad eating habits, wrong habits, that result in the body getting disease. If on the other hand, we control our mind and senses, refrain from activities that are detrimental, then you also realize a healthy body. So our request to humanity is to take to this path of yoga, which includes Hatha Yoga and the path of Bhakti Yoga. And the beauty is, you will not get tired by practicing this. Like in Mantra Yoga, as we said, you can chant the same name again and again and not get tired. And this chant, where is it coming from? It's coming from the spiritual world. This chant is universal in nature. And this chant can give you a ultimate happiness. If you stand on the seashore, you'll see that there's a limit to the height of the waves of the ocean. But there's no limit to the heights of the ocean of Bhakti Yoga. The happiness you get will just go on increasing. And that is, as you experience the higher taste, you can give up the lower taste. So our request is, explore this possibility. And this process of mantra yoga can be practiced by everyone. Lord Chaitanya propounded the mantra yoga process. And he said, there are no hard and fast rules for chanting these names. You can chant anytime, any place. And these names are so auspicious that even if someone accidentally chants or says, look at this crazy Hare Krishna, the benefit. The names are so powerful and so potent. This chanting of the holy name has changed the lives of millions of people around the world. We have individuals who are so addicted to so many undesirable activities, but by the process of mantra yoga, they got reformed and started experiencing a higher state. So, continue with Hatha Yoga. Because Hatha Yoga helps improve the body, improve the health. And we should desire good health, not just for experiencing material happiness, but for experiencing spiritual happiness and for having the ability to serve the Lord. So this chanting is universal in nature and it can be practiced by anyone. The mantra yoga is a very, very ancient process of yoga. And it is recommended in the scriptures. Just like yoga is also recommended. So please practice this process and experience happiness. And the chanting of the holy name can be done by anyone. We had a friend who had a parrot in their house. This was in Montreal, Canada. And this was about 25 years ago. And I went to their house and they said, our parrot also chants the Hare Krishna mantra. So I said, I see. And they took me to the parrot. It really chanted the Hare Krishna mantra. So this chanting is so easy. It can easily be adapted by anyone. And it is said, doesn't matter whether you're in happiness or distress, chant this mantra yoga, chant this name of the Lord. And by chanting, there's only happiness. So we're very happy that all of you come to the temple every Sunday. I thought I would leave some time for questions. And our request is, those of you who live in Atlanta, please try and come every Sunday to the program. And those who can't come every Sunday can come as often as they can. But come, get association, and hear the philosophy that can guide us to the path of real happiness. The ultimate purpose of yoga is to lead a happy life, lead a peaceful life, to have a life where your mind and senses are controlled by you, not that the mind and senses are controlling you. Right now, the mind and senses are controlling us. Is that right?
Yes.
They say, okay, watch this movie. Okay. Do shoplifting. Okay. But through yoga, the mind and senses become your slave. Right now, we are slaves of the uncontrolled mind and uncontrolled senses. If you practice mantra yoga in conjunction with hatha yoga, Then the mind and senses will be under your control, and they will act in activities which are right and avoid which are wrong. So please try this process. Many of you are trying, and those who haven't tried can try and see the results for yourself. Hare Krishna. I left some type of question answer in case you have. Any questions from our guests?
No questions, but I would like to say thank you so much for taking the 5 minutes to share with us yesterday. Everyone that was there, I can honestly say that we will all change and move forever. So I appreciate you so much for sharing your wisdom with us.
You could try combining Mantha Yoga with Hatha Yoga and see the difference yourself. You experience a new level of happiness.
Hare Krishna.
Any more questions? Yeah.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for the wonderful lecture. I really like the point that you said that by doing mantra yoga, your happiness increases. When we are telling this to new people, they think that this is a form of like bhakti yoga, mantra yoga is a type of religion like Islam and Christianity, and they kind of distance themselves away from this practice. So how can we actually speak to such people who think that this is another religion?
To make them realize. Tell them just to practice it. If they like it, they can continue. If they don't experience any happiness, they can drop it. We don't say, if you chant, start chanting, then if you stop, we'll take you to court. We don't say that. If you don't like it, you can stop it at any time. But at least try. There's no harm in it, at least try. More questions? Yeah.
Maharaj, you were saying that Bhakti Yoga gives us happiness, but why is there so much of a struggle with controlling the mind and performing yoga?
That's the nature of the mind. Fickle, and is obstinate, and is attracted to undesirable elements or impure activities. And an important understanding of yoga is that you have to purify yourself. Only then can you have real happiness. Just by doing exercises that may result in a healthier body, you're not going to find real happiness. But real happiness comes with purification. And this process is a process of purification. So we have to realize, I need to get purified. And this chanting is a medium through which I can get purified. Okay. Any more questions? Yeah.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Maharaj, yesterday you told the story of Yamaraj and lawyer about the notice and urgency.
Yeah.
Right? So Maharaj just wanted to get your guidance on how do I convince myself that yes, there is an urgency and I should be more serious about my sadhana.
It's a good question. We all take it for granted. I'm going to live for a long time. Once, Yudhishthira Maharaj was the emperor of the world. He was asked by Yamaraj. Yamaraj is the superior of death. What is the most amazing thing on the planet? So he thought very deeply. What could be the most amazing thing? He meditated on different alternatives, and then he gave the answer. At every moment, we are seeing thousands of people dying. But we think, I have a special deal. I will die, but that won't come without getting my permission. And in other words, I control when the end will come. That is the illusion. But what's the ground reality? The ground reality is the danger at every step. You never know when the last step is going to be, the last breath is going to be. And that's a fact. You can speak to intelligent people, medical people, they'll tell you there's no guarantee. So time is of the essence, and time should not be wasted. And we should be aware that the end can come for anyone at any time. Don't we know so many stories of people just died in a second? President Kennedy had the best escorts, still he became a victim. And if you look at it back, we often say, oh, he died suddenly, he was so healthy. Oh, wow. Actually, nothing happens suddenly. The reality is, there is danger at every step. Any more questions?
Maharaj, thank you so much. Maharaj, I have a question that few people who are new to our program and come from a different background, they may have some reservation about chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. And they may say that I want to chant, can I chant other names of God? So is it something that is bona fide to let them chant some different names?
If they want to chant any bona fide name, that's fine. We don't say that there are no other bona fide names of God. There are many other bona fide names of God. You can chant any of them. And Prabhupada was in Iran. He told the mullah, chant the names of Allah. So chant any bona fide name, but follow the accompanying guidelines and commandments also. Make it successful. Okay, any more?
How can we control our mind so that we can do a healthy chanting?
That's $1 million question. Do we have the medicine that says how to control the mind? The food. So, that's a very valid question, how to control the mind. This process of chanting, there's also dhyana yoga. We talked about hatha yoga, bhakti yoga, mantra yoga. Dhyana yoga is a process where you meditate on the Lord. So you can purify or control the mind by this process of chanting the transcendental names of the Lord. And that's experimented, experienced, and the experiment has been successful for thousands of years. This is not something that was invented yesterday. Just like with yoga, the ancient science of yoga is thousands of years old. So it's nothing new. Yes?
Maharaj, you were saying that in the previous yugas, we had people living for longer periods of time and they had larger control of their mind and more in sattvic gunas. Or as the yugas have come down, the gunas have also deteriorated. But even in the previous yugas, we see various demoniac people who have been extremely ruthless and things like that. So how is that explained? In every yuga we have had some really ruthless asura who's tortured people and things like that. I mean, even though the Lord has come and saved them, but still we've had...
Well, even the asuras who appear when the Lord appears are at the bottom, devotees of the Lord. And they take the role of asuras to make the Lord's pastimes more relishable. Like who was Jana Vijaya became Yanakashipuni Hanaksha. So it depends. But there are cases where the asuras have been hidden devotees of the Lord. Okay, maybe getting late. Any other questions?
Maharaj, when we do chanting in the morning versus chanting later in the day sometimes, why is the morning chanting better and why is the
Morning environment is more clean, it's more silent,
Goodness.
it's more goodness, it's easier to practice. I mean, it's college days and school days. I'm sure before exams, we're studying in the morning. Am I right?
it was a late night?
In the morning, it's easier to grasp or something. It's the same principle. So we want to thank all of you, and those of you who live in Atlanta, please try and come here on Sunday, have the Sunday program, and by coming to the temple, having darshan of the deities, hearing the philosophy, tasting Krishna Prasad, you'll only be a gainer and not a loser. So thank you very much. I will be meeting people after the feast. They give people darshan in the other building.
Yes, Maharaj.
You can announce that. You can announce that.
Hear it. I couldn't hear it. It was. Thank you so much. So as you know, after the program, we try to immerse ourselves in chanting the holy names of Krishna. And today we have His Holiness Janardhan Maharaj. He is a Vrindavan Vasi, he is a Vrajavasi. And his Maharaj is traveling sannyasi servant, secretary. And Janardhan Maharaj is known for beautiful kirtan, ecstatic kirtans. He used to lead at the 24-hour kirtan in Vrindavan. Who has not been to Vrindavan? Raise your hand if you haven't been to Vrindavan. Who would like to go to Vrindavan? Raise your hand if you would like to go to Vrindavan. So your body may be in New Panihati Dham. Janardhan Maharaj will now take you on a journey to Vrindavan for the next half an hour. And two other important announcements is that after half an hour of kirtan, Maharaj is going to give a darshan in the building next door. Darshan means where you get to go and ask him whatever questions that you would like to have answered. The groups are generally smaller because some people, they feel like they have all the answers. For those of you who feel you want some more answers to questions, then Maharaj will be giving more intimate time with those who are available. So that'll be next door. And tomorrow morning, Maharaj is also giving the Srimad Bhagavatam class. So please take advantage of when you have a saintly personality like Maharaj coming through. Do not lose this opportunity to take as much association as you can and soak it in. Take those realizations and see how you can imbibe it in your lives. His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj ki Jai! His Holiness Janardhan Maharaj ki Jai! Srila Prabhupada ki Gaura Premanande.
Hare Hare here, but your mind was in Vrindavan, is it not? Hari Bol. All glories to Janardhan Maharaj for nice kirtan. So now we'll have prasadam, and today's prasadam was sponsored by the disciples of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj. So on behalf of Gopal Krishna Maharaj, disciples, I'd like to request Chitta Prabhu to offer garland to Janardhan Maharaj. Special garland for the Sunday feast sponsor on behalf of the disciples. You accept the garland. So let's give a big Hari Bol. If you want to continue the kirtan, you can go on, but I would request if anybody wants to take prasadam, if they are in a hurry, if they have to go, then you can go and have your prasadam. But if Maharaj wants to do more kirtan, they are most welcome to be here and the kirtan go on. Okay. Okay, Maharaj.